If you're starting a business and looking to get funding, well, it starts with establishing the credibility of your business, your foundation. And a lot of people wait until the last minute, or unfortunately, they get a decline in a time where they actually really need that funding to grow, or maybe they're in a distressing situation and they need that financing to get out of it. When you wait until it's too late, you're pretty much shit out of luck. That's why I'm making this video to help you learn how to establish your business's credibility. I'm Dominique, Director of Funding at GRA Capital and GRA Money, where we funded millions of dollars in small businesses for over 20 years. And I've seen it all. But the biggest lesson that I've learned is you cannot wait until the last minute. Knowledge is power, and there are steps that you take in order to successfully get that funding that you're looking for. And it starts with your business's credibility. So, if you find this information helpful, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can continue to make more free courses and trainings just like this one. And if you're looking to get started, well, then check out all the links in the description below where you can speak with one of our advisors. Now, how do you establish your business credibility and why would you even want to do this? Well, you really want to do this to boost your perception of what you look like to lenders and competitors and prospects and any other entities, really. Anyone can build business credit. It's not like personal credit where a significant authorization has to take place in order for them to take a look at your business credit. When someone pulls your business credit, they can view many details about the company. When you set up your business entity, your business address, your email, your website, your phone number, and how you set these things up, how that reflects on your business credit report, that's what's going to boost your credibility. So let's start with your business entity because it's all in the name. When you establish your business entity with the Secretary of State, you really want to take your time with this. I'm going to share my screen here. When you select a name that you can use on all of your business records, it needs to match and it has to be a business name that's not going to get flagged. You want to make sure that you're staying away from things that are going to scare off lenders. So if you have a sporting goods store, you might stay away from naming it like Nate's Bats, or if you are a tobacco or vape company, you might stay away from like Nate's Tobacco Products. If you're in real estate, you might stay away from Nate's Real Estate. These are just some high risk industries that may guarantee you may get a decline with certain creditors. There's a list of high risk industries. If you want that list, then go ahead and comment below or send me a DM and I'll go ahead and send that on over to you. You can join the community where you can access that for free. But there's a list of high risk industries, and you want to make sure that your business name doesn't reflect any of those. If you're in the financial space, you want to stay away from things that have like financial coach in the name, right? So when you're registering in California, I'm in California, you would go to bizfile.sos.ca.gov. Okay, this is the California Secretary of State, but no matter what state you're in, you're going to go to your Secretary of State to actually get filed. And when you're setting up your business entity, take a moment to select which one makes the most sense for you. So is it going to be a corporation? Is it going to be an LLC? What is it going to be? And keep in mind that each entity has their own tax and liability differences. The next thing you want to do is get an EIN. This is an employer identification number, and you want to do this after you've established the type of entity that you are going to establish. So you'll apply for your federal EIN, and you'll do that through the irs.gov site. So you're going to use the same information that you put on the Secretary of State when you were establishing your business entity. Very, very, very important that all of the information matches, okay? Name, address, contact information, all of it, because this is going to be your business records, okay? So the slightest variance on this will result in a decline or incorrect reporting, which will lead to a decline. So very simple for you to apply for an EIN. Just go to the irs.gov website, scroll down, get to apply for an EIN, and then you'll walk through all of the steps. The system's going to ask you for all of your information. It'll ask you for a social security number. So make sure that you start your application and you follow the steps in order. The next thing you're going to do is your business address. I know a lot of us are working from home. Maybe you are self-employed and you don't have a physical location. You don't have a retail location. Then you do not want to put your home address as your business address. Number one, for privacy, right? You got to protect yourself. You don't want a disgruntled customers showing up at your house at all hours of the night, right? Or complaining or harassing you or your family or whatnot. So definitely for privacy, especially for my female business owners out there, do not put your personal address as your business address. That's for your safety. In terms of your financing, lenders, banks, creditors, they prefer that you have an actual business location. So if they see a home address, it can result in an automatic decline. If they see also a PO box, you want to stay away from PO boxes, okay? Invest in a virtual office address. It gives you credibility. It establishes you as a legitimate business, and they are going to look you up. So again, make sure this is matching across the board. Your business phone number. Lenders are going to check this. Okay. I know that a lot of people don't think about this, but this is a thing. Okay. They check and they can see if you're using a residential phone number, a cell phone number, or if it's an actual business phone number. And they can see what company you're with. So if it's AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, it will say. It boosts your credibility to have an actual business phone number, one that's actually registered with 411. Because if you have your cell phone on there, you're not an actual legitimate business. Remember, this isn't about what you want. This is also about what putting the right criteria that's going to actually get you the funding. We don't want to be stubborn here. We want to actually do it correctly so that we increase our chances when the time comes. Having a business phone number on your applications throughout, you can have a cell phone, keep your cell phone, keep two, three, four, five cell phones, but you need a business number and you need to put that number on your applications. Your website, your business website, and a business email address. This is huge and it's more important than many people realize. When you're building a website, you need to make sure the website actually matches what you're doing. And the more information that you have there, the better. I mean, you don't have to load it with a bunch of text, but the more definitive it is and closely matches what you do, then the better chances because it truly establishes your credibility. I had a client one time that had a trucking company and he hired a developer to build out his website and I don't know how, but the developer built a staffing site. So when the lenders went to look him up, it was leading to a completely different company. So you need to check these things before you start applying because you don't want to ruin your opportunities of approvals. You can get a website through companies like GoDaddy. I personally love GoDaddy. I like they have 24/7 support. So anytime that you're building your website or you need assistance, you can hit the chat button or you can call them up. Somebody is always there to help you with it. And with the GoDaddy site, they do give you business emails. So you want to stay away from a Gmail, an AOL, a Hotmail. You want to have an actual business email. So if you get a GoDaddy website, they will give you an email. You can get probably two, three, four. They give you a few. Depends on the plan that you get, but I like GoDaddy, so you could definitely start with there and knock it out with a website and an email address at the same time. And then, of course, your business credit reports. It's important when establishing your business credit that you pull these. So Dun& Bradstreet, Equifax business, Experian business, and then of course eventually your LexisNexis, which we'll talk about in another video. But your business credit reports accurately reflect where your business is. You can see any mistakes, any corrections you need to make. It helps you stay on track. And it also helps boost the amount of funding that you can get from other lenders. Because keep in mind, when you are handling all of your business accounts well, all it does is reassure other lenders that you would be a good client to work with. To sum it up, who's going to verify your business's credibility? Trade accounts, lenders, bankers, suppliers, manufacturers, clients, prospect, and many, 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 many more. So it is time for you to take control of your business's credibility. You do not want to wait until the last minute. That is why most businesses get denied for funding because there were errors in the foundation or the setup, or they took on a loan that they didn't know about. Things like that that could have been prevented in the beginning. And that's exactly why we started this channel. And I have this series going on how to get your business funded. So if you found this information helpful, then please share with your colleagues, share with a friend who is struggling and who needs a little bit of assistance on how to actually get out of that stump there. And if you're looking for a little bit more one-on-one help, then click the link in the description below to speak with one of our advisors. And again, if you found this information helpful, then do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time.